Ever. This is the Septa Baseball Insider Show, presented by BCWSA, a look that takes you deep inside the game from a former player's perspective. The Septa Baseball Insider Show, presented by BCWSA, is broadcasting live from Keenan's in North Wildwood and is brought to you in part by BCWSA, Pat Dion Beverages, Septa, Hand and Stone Spa, Penn Community Bank, and Harris Comfort. We now go live to Keenan's North Wildwood for the Septa Baseball Insider Show, presented by BCWSA. Now, here are your hosts, Phillies Director of Fun and Games, John Brazer, and former Phillies pitcher from the 93 National League NL champion Phils, Tommy Green.
All right, welcome to the Septa Baseball Insider Show, presented by BCWSA. We are live from Keenan's in North Wildwood, New Jersey. I'm John Brazer, and joined not by Tommy Green. Tommy is on the DL. He's fine, but he little on the DL. So I think it's a 2-day DL.
2-day DL.
So today I am joined by, when you say his name, you got to say it like Dan Baker or Harry Cowles. Mickey Morandini. What's up, Mick?
Do I need to talk like Tommy? Or
Yeah, you want to talk like Tommy?
I'm doing good.
Let's hear your Tommy Green.
Well, you know, he should have thrown a slider there instead of a fastball.
And when people say your name, do they go into Harry Cowles mode?
Everybody.
Even if you're just saying your name, does anybody ever say it straight?
90% like Harry, 10% straight, probably.
Right. And Mick, we got a big, I'm going off topic here, but in, let's see, 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks. So I think in 19 days, where are we going to be?
Oh, we're going to be playing a little golf in Oakmont.
And where are you from?
I'm from that area.
And you've never golfed there, right?
Well, no, I've never golfed, even come close
you didn't
to
golf.
golfing.
You didn't even golf.
I didn't even golf back then, yeah. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to trying to hit out of 2-foot rough.
I know. It's gonna.
And a lot of sand.
We'll have to see who. It's not going to be who has the best score. It's going to be who has the worst score.
This will definitely put our golf game in perspective. That's
but
for sure.
We're going to have a lot to talk about that Sunday because, or I guess I will with Tommy, is that we're also this set was set up by a friend of mine who's a member there. And he had no idea that the Phillies were playing the Pirates in Pittsburgh, and we are playing. So we are going to go to the game. So what a great day that is! We're playing Oakmont and then going to the Phillies-Pirates game.
Yeah, get to shoot a 140 and then go to the Pirates game.
All right, Mick, we got a great show today because we've had a great week in Phillies baseball. We're going to talk about the sweep of the Tampa Rays. How about that? They haven't been swept all year at home, right? They only lost one series at home to the Astros, and that was early, and we sweep them, and then we win the first game, an unbelievable game against the Marlins we'll get into. Tough one yesterday, but you can take the one yesterday. And then today we got the rubber match. So we will go around baseball, get you caught up on stats. There was actually something very interesting that happened yesterday in Major League Baseball. A couple things that are very interesting. So we'll get through that, get through the standings. We'll set you up with today's lineup. And, Mick, we're going to have some guests today. We're going to have Jamie, the sports guy, Jamie Paye. You'll see him on Facebook. You'll know exactly. If you don't know the name, you will. But you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you see him on Facebook live. He's coming up pretty soon. Also, we have Matt Cord. And Matt Cord is the PA announcer for the Sixers and also a radio host. We've had Matt on before, so we'll have Matt on as well. So a lot to talk about. But, Mick, let's talk. Right now we're 3 games past the midway period, right?
Yeah.
We have, after today, there'll be 73 games left, of which 43 will be home, and 30 on the road.
We have the most home games of
most
anybody.
home games of anybody.
Second half.
How are you feeling? I guess on a two-part question. Going into the season, and if we told you that we're where we are right now, how would you feel? And then just at the state of the Phillies, how are you feeling about the team?
Better. I think they'd kind of be where we thought they'd be now. I mean, obviously they started out really slow. But the key to this last 6 weeks or so has been the pitching.
Yep.
Pitching been off the charts, and when you get good pitching, you
both starting and relieving.
Yeah, you have a chance to win ball games anytime you get good pitching. The only thing that's troubling to me is we're in the top 15 in average. We're in the top 15 in hits. We're in the top 15 in home runs.
Power.
But what's killing us is
lack of power.
Lack of power a little bit, but we cannot hit with men in scoring position. It's awful, and that's a little troubling to me because we.
But the good news is that's more of a, I don't know. I'm not gonna say luck, but it's better. It's a better sign than if you weren't hitting and you were doing well with runners in scoring position, because then you're kind of getting lucky.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have it our way, that you would think that things are going to fall in place.
Yeah, it's fixable.
Right.
Absolutely. But it's just troubling because we have so many veteran hitters on this team. I wouldn't think we would struggle that much with men in scoring position. But with that being said, the starting pitching has been great. Bullpen is good. We got a little bit of bad news today on Alvarado, who's going on.
Well, not just good. The bullpen's been phenomenal. They literally went on a scoreless streak.
23 innings or something?
Right. I mean, a scoreless streak that, it was 23. I'll get the exact, but I
think it ended yesterday.
It did end yesterday. Marte came in. But, yeah, they went on a long streak. Speaking of streaks, they obviously also tied the record for most consecutive road games, 13, from the 1976 Phillies. Did as well, so that's
hard to do.
Pretty impressive. But that bullpen, I mean, some of the moves that Dombrowski made, if you look at some of the stuff, that Jeff Hoffman, what a story that is, right? Jeff Hoffman, who is a first-round draft pick of the Colorado Rockies, if you look at his numbers throughout baseball, really hasn't been good. You're wondering why do we pick this guy up, right? And gets on the team. We send him down to AAA. Bryce Harper starts coming back. He does a rehab assignment. And we get Jeff Hoffman because he's had Major League Baseball experience to throw to Bryce. And then Bryce, after that session, said, who is this guy? Holy moly, this guy should be on our team right now. I can't see this guy. I can't hit this guy. And the next thing you know, he comes up. Now, the first outing, I think he got hit, gave up a run like right away. But then he's been on a great roll.
Yeah, he's pitched very well. And Dombrowski pushes the right buttons, doesn't he?
He does.
He really does. Marte's pitched very well. He's been good in the middle innings, and some of the bench guys like Sosa and
Pache.
Pache, who couldn't hit a lick, you know, 6 months ago, is hitting home runs and tying games and hitting 300
and making great post-game comments.
So Dave's done a tremendous job of building this roster.
It's really unbelievable. So, all right, let's take you through the week in baseball. All right, Mick, we always start with the Sunday night game or the Sunday game because we always do a pregame show. We're going to go through this quickly because the Phillies lost an ugly one to the Nats. And you know what it was? Ranger Suarez, who basically made, he didn't have his great stuff, but one pitch basically get him off track, and it was a grand slam Stone Garrett, right? Phillies got off to it, and we got off to a great start. We got off to a 3-0 lead. You think, all right, we're going to roll. We're going to sweep the Nats. Castellanos home run, Real Muto 2-run home run. And then, just as you said, runners in scoring position, 1 for 8 runners in scoring position, and we hit into 3 double plays. So Suarez, who's coming off a great outing, again, you could almost say it was one bad pitch, really, and then his numbers would have looked a lot better. Monday we had off, and then the Fightin' Phils played the Rays. Going into that series, you knew we had 6 games, 3 against the Rays, 3 against the Marlins. Staying in Florida for 6 games, Rays had the best record in Major League Baseball. Marlins are ahead of us for one of the wild card positions, playing great. So this is a key series. And how about Nola?
Yeah, he's been good. He started off a little shaky this year, but he's been pitching very well. He had the breaking ball working, and he was really moving his fastball in and out, spotting his fastball. That's the key for him, if he can locate that fastball. Yep. Going into Tampa or going into really this road trip, I think anybody said, if we can go 4-2, that's a heck of a road trip.
Right, that'd be really good.
Right now we're 4-1, so it's a
we
great
don't want
road
4-2
trip.
now.
We don't want it now. We want 5-1, but a heck of a road trip with 2 really good baseball teams. Yep.
So going in that, and then the key part of this game on Tuesday was Nola was facing Zach Eflin, who's had an unbelievable year, I should say. He is the first pitcher since Rick Sutcliffe in 1984 to win his first 8 home starts with a team.
Yeah, I know Zach really well. Coached him in the minor league.
Super guy.
In the big league. Great guy. I love that he's having success in Tampa. I still wish he was here. He would be really good in that 5th spot right now. But
he also signed the biggest free agent contract that the
really
Rays have never
given.
Who would have been our 4th pitcher.
I think it was 3 years, about $45 million or something, which is nothing for the Phillies right now with some of the contracts they have. But I'm happy for him. He's pitching great. It was a great pitcher's duel. I know and
they're best friends. Yeah, they're really tight.
They exchanged jerseys after the game, so that was pretty cool.
Does that help? Like if you're Nola or if you're Eflin and you're facing your good buddy, do you think that kind of just that friendly competition kind of just spurs them on to do better than they normally would?
Yeah, I think that's really good motivation. Like when I golf against my kids,
Right.
that's good motivation for me because I don't want my kids to beat me, obviously. So
How about when you were hitting? What if you were hitting against, I know you're tight with Schill and some other guys. What if you were facing a pitcher that, you were pretty tight with?
Oh, absolutely. That's motivation. I faced Schill, 4 or 5 times, and absolutely you want to go up there and you want to beat him because you know if he beats you,
well, you're going to hear about
you're going to hear about it for the rest of your life.
And conversely, you're going to be
right.
He's going to be hearing about it from you.
I was my first at bat against Schill. I was in Chicago. He was with the Phillies. I hit a ball off the top of the ivy right underneath the basket for a double, and then he got me the next couple times. But it was a good battle.
Well, again, the Phils took a 1-0 lead on consecutive doubles by Stott and Bohm in the second. Then Eflin went on a roll.
Yeah,
he retired 14 in a row. Then Harper had a 1-out double in the seventh. Stott drove him in with a single. Schwarber scored from first on Harper's single, which went off the wall.
Yeah.
And that was a big, big win for the fighting Phils. Huge. So then we go into Wednesday, and you got Taijuan Walker, who's one of the reasons why we've been on a great roll is that Walker's been on a roll.
Absolutely.
Just like Suarez, although Suarez started to slow down a little bit, but again, we got the break coming up. But Walker won his 6th straight start. Now, he would tell you that it probably wasn't his best start. They did win 8-4. And again, it's the second series loss at home all year. But Walker went 7 innings pitched, 5 hits. He had previously given up 3 runs in the last 32 innings. He gave up 4 earned runs in 7 innings. So
and most of those runs were early, and you almost thought, well, he doesn't have it. He's coming out of this game. He actually ended up going 7 innings, kept us in the ball game,
which is totally key.
Right.
And because the Rays, every time they took the lead, we would tie it up. And he said, I wish I could have had shutdown innings when we came back. And then finally we tied it up, and then Phils take the lead on a home run by Turner, and then Castellanos hit a home run. Then Marsh hit a key bases-loaded single in the 7th, making 8-4. And then again, the bullpen, Soto and Hoffman. I mean, Hoffman's been that secret weapon. That's and now we've got, as you said, Alvarado went down, right? So it looks like we just got the news about an hour ago that he's got inflammation in his elbow. So let's hope that it's nothing serious. I guess the good news is we did have depth down there because Andrew Bellotti had been pitching really well down there. So it's good to see that. All right, Mick, it is time now for the Smart Stat of the Week, brought to you by Payroll Service Solutions. Call them today at 1-866-PAY-EASY. That's 1-866-PAY-EASY. You're not going to believe this because I didn't think I was reading this right. The Cubs, for the first time, won at either Yankee Stadium. Now, again, they got interleague plays not too long.
Right.
But they were